and we pull our power back. They need that.
So do you think it's like it makes sense to like boycott Walmart and then go to another company that's owned by BlackRock or another major corporation rather than us like actually taking a dollar and investing it back into the black community, finding farmers that are black, finding people that are black, and actually
I
like
just said that.
practicing group economics versus like going into Costco and like everybody like now we're like giving our money to them.
So
Mm-hmm.
I think that we all, as a culture, as a community, need to come together and start investing into each other. And that means, and trust me, Walmart does great. I told someone else this not too long ago on this very panel. I said Walmart has done my shelter great, shown my shelter great love. But if that means that they got to take one for the team, then they got to take one for the team. Yes, pour our funds away from them because now we are at a point. We've been pushed to the point where we have to show them because they not listening. So therefore, now we have to show them, and the way to show them is through our dollar.
So
Mm-hmm.
don't you think it's like kind of a joke to go from Walmart to Costco as if like that's
I
going to
don't think
make
Walmart. I wouldn't support Walmart or Costco. I'm not even supporting Amazon no longer. No one that is not of my descent is going to get my dollars. No one. For the simple fact that I have to now, not only am I using self preservation, but I have to now preserve for my culture, for my grandkids.
So have we outlined any websites that are focused on black dollar? Have we like gotten into our communities, found out who the farmers are, like really gotten into our community and
Who
like
the farmers are, who the bankers are, who the um, cultural organization, who the cultural, what is the people that do the farming?
uh farm,
Agriculture. Who the
farm
agricultural folks are.
agriculture.
Yes, and now that's the research that we now have to do.
I don't think we have to do any really more research. It's just a matter of you really probably can go down to the farmers market and find a lot of these people. Every city has a farmers market, and you'll see black farmers down there selling their grapes. That's pretty much where all Walmart gets their grapes and like their stuff at. What happens is that they'll sell a certain amount to Walmart, and then they'll go to the farmers market in your city. And if you just go down to the farmers market, you'll find like people that are like these farmers and get your fruits and stuff from there.
That's why come you want to pull yourself away from the people that go into the corporations that don't support us. That's when you don't want people that go into the big league corporations, the big masked up people that go out and, oh, now we're gonna do DI, now we're gonna do equal this and equal that, but yet at the same time, in the same breath, turn their backs on us. No, you don't want to do that
So
no more.
how long do you think this boycott is going to last? I mean, I don't know if we can still is it still going on or has it like
I
reached?
think it should last for as long as it needs to last. For as long as it needs, just like the marching and already once we march and you know and we don't get no type of progression or we don't get no answers. We just march one day and we think that's gonna do the change. No, we have to be parent. We have to keep doing these type of things. We can't just we ain't the type of people to just sit back and let things just happen. We need more, or should I say, we need more people that's not just going to sit back and let these type of things happen. You can't. We as a people have to stop it ourselves, and if that means that we gotta march every day in 3 deep of snow and 3 foot of snow, or with or hail, rain, hail, sleet, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
we have to keep pushing.
I agree somewhat on the boycotting. I believe that unless but the boycotting of Walmart and going to Costco is like a waste of time.
Yeah, I
However,
think,
like
like I said, leave both of them alone.
marching itself is just to me a waste of time.
Go ahead and find, like you suggested, go to a farmer's market. You know what I'm saying? Go to an independent owned vendor. You don't have to go to Walmart or Costco. Don't put no money into them.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I said, we build y'all so we can break y'all. But now it's not just about us saying it no more. We gotta put forth action.
Gotta do it.
So far, what they're boycotting is Target, Walmart, and Amazon, and they're going to Costco instead. But Costco is still BlackRock. It's still a major corporation. And let me tell you something about major corporations. Really, when it really boils down to it, you really can't. It's one evil versus another evil, right? So when you
Mm-hmm.
have like
Exactly.
a company that is like creating bulk items, really, when you're not even talking about like the actual black aspect of things, when they're getting their products, where they're getting their products from, are all those products like DEI or whatever? So the best thing to do is get your product sourced directly from the manufacturer of the product. And
Exactly.
going through Costco is to me a it's because everything in Costco and Sam's Club are bulk, right? So now
Mm-hmm.
you're like overbuying. So it's a weird thing. So I don't know why people will even. I was actually on the live on Twitter when people were actually talking about like doing this boycott. It was one
Mhm.
lady that was really like kind of like the head of this whole thing, and like one of the heads of the whole boycott situation because she's been like promoting boycotts. I'm about to be interviewing her tomorrow, but I'm going to ask her the same questions I'm asking everybody else. It's like, I mean, I get it, boycott, but boycott and then go to another like major corporation.
No,
All this stuff is like really messing up the environment. Like having you don't need a million paper towels. You don't need a million like bottles of plastic of a dishwashing detergent. So to me, it's like I don't know. It's like almost like fixing taking like a one situation and then like a whole thing sprouts up on the other side. So I don't know. What do you think?
I say this. I go to Costco's because Costco's gives me a military discount. But as far as trading corporations, if I have to pick between Walmart and Costco's, I'm not going to pick either. I'm going to go out. I'm just not going to do it. I am not folding for this corporation bullying because that's what it is. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like we being bullied.
Mm-hmm.
So someone said what happened in Costco. I just went there today. I was just saying like rather than us like talking about like, oh, we need to stop going to Walmart, let's all go to Costco because they're still doing DEI. Well, what is really DEI? You know what I'm saying? To me, I'm like, okay, DEI is pretty much everybody, really, when you think about it. Veterans, I mean, if you're whatever, you know what I'm saying? LGB, TQIA plus 10,000, whatever, like different, like there's like they had like a LGBTQ plus two. I'm like, God dang, there's more stuff on the. So I'm like, okay, so that's the main thing. And then you have veterans, you have Caucasians that are certain like disabled. All these things are diversity. So I mean, really, when it really boils down to it, as much as we're thinking it really affects us, we're not realizing it affects pretty much everybody. Like that has disabled people in their family, people
Hey,
that.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Mhm.
Why they can't people with disability why they keep sleeping on us like that? Like we can't do the vote.
They're not sleeping on you. Your president is just an idiot.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, now you're not gonna get a job because you can't be hired based on disability. You can't. There's not gonna be like any extra like things like left. Say hey, you gotta hire X amount of like disabled people, like whatever. So it's like you're gonna be left out. So I'm just trying to
Create our
understand. I don't know
own.
where they plan on going with all this stuff, like all these rules and plans that they plan on like implementing. I don't know if they're trying to crash everything and bring it back up. I really don't understand what Trump's end game is.
That's my thing right
None of
there.
us do.
I think that he wants to destroy and then rebuild so we can look at him as the almighty God. You know? Like,
Well,
oh
well,
yeah. let me do this or do this. This'll fail, this'll fail, this'll fail. But then I'll come in and I'll throw a little money here and I'll put some money here, and then it'll look like we rebuilding the country. Rebuilding after you broke it.
Right. Put
Boy.
everybody in dire straits and then give them like some money and say, "Here we go." And then they're like, "Oh my
Mhm.
God, thank you for the money. Thank you. Oh my
Mhm.
God, Trump gave us some money because we were
He
struggling
gave us our
because he even
stimulus.
made the struggle possible. But okay, he did it."
Just like I said, people, some of these people, like should I say, some of our people voted for him because he waved stimulus in front of them.
We ain't
No,
got
don't be deceived.
we ain't got a stimulus lit.
They were
when,
those are the folks that were deceived.
But no,
Mhm.
what's even crazy is now he's talking about there's gonna be like mass attacks, and now you have all these like drones flying and crashing into planes and
Yeah, that's yeah.
helicopters, to fake ass helicopters crashing. Oh, sorry, excuse my language, but this. So now you have a drone hit something in Washington D.C. and then up the street in Philadelphia and in Alaska too. So now
Hmm.
they're gonna have like these laws against these so-called drones now. Oh, you can't fly drones. That whole thing. So
That's
I
what they
have been
so
doing a thing about psyops, and I want you guys to realize when you're under a psyop, a lot of this
Hmm.
news is psychological operations, and I really, you know, uh, just don't like believe the hype. If you see more than one news outlet, like 10 of them all saying the same thing over and over again, just understand this is psychological operation, and then there's like some underlying thing going on that they're trying to.
Oh,
Oh
I got
no.
a question to ask you. What do you think about the Canada shutting the power off?
Who just dropped?
Tasha.
Tasha.
Sacrifices. Some of them got to it got to be some type of sacrifices. Sacrifices will be made for the simple fact that that's what he doing. It's like he's sitting up here. What do they call that in the hip hop culture, where they say you doing a sacrificial whatever?
Uh-huh.
I ain't ever thought about that. Maybe
He's sitting up here, he's sacrificing these folks just to get just to, show his hand. Like,
mm.
he know that Canada threatened to cut off Michigan and New York and I think it was Wisconsin's power if
Wisconsin,
he
yeah.
implemented them tariffs. He knew
Now,
that.
I don't
Which
know if
means
anybody
that
else got this email from Canada saying we could become Canadian city,
yeah,
Canadian citizens. Did
yeah.
you get that email out of nowhere?
You could you could
UFAIS?
become a Canadian citizen. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
So what they trying to let us I don't think I got that email either.
I don't see
It's
him
called
in
from
there.
Uh-huh.
AFIS. I've been getting like some weird email, and I'm like, so they're looking for skilled laborers, so they want people to come to Canada, and they're willing to give you a visa and give you Canadian citizenship.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
And
might
most, and
be
y'all
in
know what?
Canada.
A
Most
lot
of
of people
our ex-military men are taking up that offer.
Okay. As they should.
a lot of people is moving to Canada now. Like
Hold on, y'all. I see KB. I dropped the
I
link,
don't
KB.
see him in the chat.
How come I'm the only one seeing him?
I saw him when
I
I
see
before
him.
I saw him.
Okay, he said when it boils down to it, pay attention to actions, not words. Target announced rollbacks of DEI measures, but just released their Black History Month collection on January 26th. It's a shell game. Then he also said,
And
um,
he's right about that.
he
He's
said,
right. Want me to tell you why come they rolled it back?
hmm,
Because they know. They understand the financial power of going along with that.
hmm,
They know that they would lose a majority of their revenue
of course,
if they didn't.
yeah. He also said them niggas were not deceived. They hate women, plain and simple. I don't know.
He talking about people who voted for Trump over Kamala
Oh,
Oh,
just because she was a
I
female.
believe that. I believe that also. I believe that Kamala is not in president, not is not in office right now because they just got a thing. Some men do have a thing with having a woman as a leader. Just like they were so appalled when Mexico, put their woman as president. Now it's like, but yet at the same time, you cannot tell me that that stimulus check didn't have a motherfucker's ass getting big. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry about my language, I am, but yet I'm pissed off.
Keeping it real. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, you sound like Boosie. I'm pissed off.
Like
yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get what folks are not seeing. I
Mm-hmm.
don't get this. It's like it's all out there, and I ain't gonna lie, he didn't stunt. Just like Tasha said,
No,
he ain't stunt. He
no.
said what he was gonna do, and he got in there and did it. The only difference is they just didn't see it going to this heavily extent.
Yeah.
Like I need to say, like what's her name? Damn, Nene. Lee said, "I said what I said."
Said what I said.
And
Really
then you
hard
get
laughing
folks
about this
like
now, but a couple of
you
years.
get folks like the Zarias or whatever that come over and think, oh, we just feeling hate against Trump. No, because I'm for one, I think everybody on this panel will agree with me that I ever say, oh well, don't vote for Trump because Trump gonna do that. No, I never said that.
No,
Although I knew I wasn't gonna vote for his ass. But at the same time, I believe everybody needs a equal chance. He just came in and re-fucked up everything, just like he did at first, and took the blame and took the praise for the same thing he gonna do now. Gonna take the praise when everything get right.
mm-hmm.
He says, not just men, a lot of women have issues with women in high positions, normally occupied by men as well.
True that.
And then I ain't gonna lie, we do get jealous sometimes.
No, we
Not
don't
not
get jealous because I don't know. I don't have an issue with jealousy because I don't see anything that anybody can achieve or reach that I can't.
me either. I
Would
know.
you, hold on, y'all. Would you like to hit the panel? I'll drop the link for you. You coming in with some, wow, I love this. How do I pronounce your name?
And KB, I've been telling folks this for months now. That
Well,
2025 agenda is the agenda that is going to send us back into Jim Crow. I have
That's
been
what I've been
stating that.
saying. That's what I keep saying. He wants to make America great again. Great for who? The white people. The white people who claim they built this shit. He wants to take us back to when we wasn't shit. Well, we still was the shit, but we wasn't shit to them.
Right.
I'll build this shit brick to brick.
And now it's time to show, okay, we're going to let you be the proof, nigga. Now we ain't shit. If
That's why I
we
told
don't
people that
do,
was voting for him.
if
Can
we
you read
don't
any
do,
of it?
if we don't act, if we don't pour our funds and our revenue and our physical abilities, then he right. We ain't gonna never be shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because we haven't showed them that we are the shit. We are the shit that planted this damn land, this country. We built this shit. If it wasn't for the sweat off our backs, this
Yeah.
motherfucker would, this, like I said, it'd still be running like a third world country. We'll be Somalia.
Hmm.
And folks just be so scared to really, make the sacrifices for it that they don't want to do it because now they scared.
Scared of what they scared of?
They scared they scared of losing anything. They scared of losing or of making sacrifices or making the sacrifices that need to be made.
Mm.
You want to self-preserve, but you don't want to make the sacrifices to self-preserve.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, girlfriend. Mm-mm.
I don't care about nothing that Target can do for me. I don't give a damn about nothing that Bought off Gooden can do, Goldman can do for me. I don't care about what Saks Fifth Avenue can do for me. I don't give a fuck about those folks.
Hmm.
What I care about putting money in their pockets. building their families,
Mm-hmm.
feeding their families, while man's over here getting thrown to the wolves, ready to be starved to death. Because
Okay.
we're about to be sent into a deep depression. Is what
Right.
we're headed to.
Hmm. Hey,
Drill,
Margaret,
baby,
did you ever
drill.
watch Sylvia Brown on Montel Williams?
Who?
Sylvia Brown. She was like a psychic lady that used to
Yeah.
come on. She
Hmm.
spoke on all this shit, all of it. She said that the pandemic would happen, and then there would be 4 years after that pandemic that the world would seem like they was getting it back together again. Then we would get a leader who was going to destroy us.
Wow.
Yeah, I think she trying to say. I think that leader is in the White House now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Damn. Damn.
The
Damn.
man put
Damn.
a MTV rep.
Hold on. Uh,
Yes, say it,
KB
Margaret. I've been trying to say it all day today.
KB say he isn't the problem. It's the people around him from the Heritage Foundation.
This is what I'm telling. This is what I'm telling them. It's the look. He is the problem. Why? Because he chose to take this road.
He said Trump
He
is an
chose to take
entertainer.
this road. Therefore, he is the problem. But don't get
Trump
me
is
wrong.
supposed to be the
I
president, not
understand
no
that.
entertainer.
I understand that he doesn't. He
Right.
isn't Congress. He isn't the Senate. I understand that. But yet, at the same time, I again, if people were here and not just dropping in now, then they'll know that I have been stating
Right.
midterms. We have to change the Congress. We have to change the Senate because they are the ones that are pushing out his agenda.
Hmm. He said criticism shook him in the debate.
That
Kamala
should have
whooped
told
his ass
her.
in that debate.
And she was whooping his ass with facts. And he don't like
Hmm.
that.
No.
Hmm.
It's like
Hmm.
every people coming in here, oh, Biden ruined the damn economy. Biden didn't do that. He didn't fix it, nor did he break it.
Hey, boss lady.
Boss
Hey, I gotta put it on
lady.
mute because I'm at the casino too loud.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Dang, boss lady.
Mm-hmm.
No boss they did
Y'all don't
put
want to
the
hear the
vote.
machine going off. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, you winning like that?
Only if you win it.
Hey, boss lady, why you got to whack?
Mhm.
Because I'm on my phone. That's
And
why.
then everybody got a
I'm not
camera.
on my computer.
But
I'm
they
on my phone.
and what
Oh
some
yeah.
people were some people got things misconstrued is, oh, Amla was his vice president. How come she couldn't do this? She couldn't. You get the fucking word vice?
Bye.
Mhm.
Da-da-da-da. Shit. That's why I be telling people that should be a Google away. Even though she was the vice president, you can Google everything that bitch did when she was in office, and it was a lot. Even as the vice president,
Mhm.
Nobody didn't see that. She ain't did nothing.
Not
they
because they
don't
don't
want
want
to
to.
think.
They don't want to put the spotlight on the positive.
Right.
Not when you're debating against someone. You don't want to put the light on the positive anyway.
Margaret, he says, I agree with you 100%. Most people are getting a crash course in civics, and it's a hard one to learn via trial by fire.
Exactly.
I think Donald Trump is a crash dummy. I crash out.
You got the dummy part right.
Mm-mm. And him and Elon Musk together are going to destroy our country.
All right,
Okay.
yes, that's why I keep calling them Pinky in the Brain. That's what
Yep.
that should be reminding me
Oh,
of.
yo, I ain't never thought about that.
I
Yes,
did.
it's always somebody trying to take over. And then you got the evil scientist, Elon Musk, right there with you. Like, fuck.
He wants to be Putin, he said. KB said he wants to be Putin.
And now it's looking like Vance is starting to get more of the Yeah, he wants to be. I'm telling. I was CKB. Yeah, you weren't here earlier when I
Oh,
was
baby,
telling
I
him
wish you would
that
hit the panel.
it's a
I know, KB,
trilogy that
when
they
she
are
dropped the
forming.
link, click on that link when she drop it and come up here and talk.
It's a trilogy that they forming. Him, Putin, and the midget from Korea.
Yeah, I wonder what the ninjas thinking about.
They want to take over the United Nations.
Oh yeah, damn. And the small ninja is being quiet. I don't know if he plotting on us or not. I think he plotting on us, so he being quiet.
Yeah, he plotting on us. The nigga
Mm.
don't want to. When his 4 years is up, which no, I'm not even gonna say that. When his 4 years is up, he don't want to leave office. He's trying to turn this country into a monarchy so that he can become king.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
All I gotta say, people need to
Hey,
stop complaining, and everybody need to get together.
what's your email? What's your,
Huh?
what's your email? I'm gonna send you a
I
video.
know what Pinky
Not your
did.
email. What's your?
Shit.
I'm sorry. What's
I
your
get it. That's why
IG?
I'm
I'm gonna
saying
send
it.
you.
Hey, Tasha, can you send it to your IG?
What?
Oh, wait a minute. It's
What's your
Michelle
IG?
Brady 480, right, Tasha?
Oh yeah.
Michelle.
With one L.
Michelle.
As a picket man, wing. I forgot that dang off.
Gracie or Michelle
Brady.
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 Okay, Trump is a carnival barker. That's exactly what he
Okay.
is.
Is it
Okay.
two Y's or just one Y?
Huh, one Y.
I want
Yeah.
to ask this question, and I'm going back in the bushes. Okay.
I thought you were asleep.
Yeah.
No, but I want to ask this question. Why is it that I can only see you and you only when I'm on this panel?
Huh?
I can't see her or KB unless I'm on this panel.
I
I
don't know.
because one of us got each other blocked,
I don't know.
and y'all had different names.
Well, I mean, the conversation is going smoothly and I'm enjoying it.
I,
And
I'm good with that. I'm
yeah,
good with that. I'm just trying to figure out because he got a lot of knowledge about this,
I was trying to show this video right here.
and he's cool with it. I'm just it's just strange to me.
No, so evil is kicking knowledge, and this is what some other people were saying that they could not see their
Yeah, he
chats
can see them.
either. That
I
means that
can't see them, but
somebody done blocked them. They're blocked somewhere along the way.
okay, I get
So
that. I get that. But
yeah,
they came back and they're very respectful and everybody's getting along regardless.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I
no,
mean? Like,
that's cool. I was
this is
just trying to figure out.
2025. This is 2025. And like I said, if I don't mind people coming over as long as everybody respecting one another. That's all. You know.
They was blocked. They was a troll. They just switched their name up.
Well,
Yeah,
they
that's. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't tripping. But I'm going back in the bushes. But
I wanted to see what y'all thought about
Hey,
this
you
video
going
right
back in
here.
the bushes?
well,
yeah,
KB said I can't
I'm going
see
back
any
in the bushes. But
he
he
said he
said
can't see any but his own, which explains why he didn't see the link.
yeah,
I
Everybody
wanted
need to get their panties out of bunch and come together. Spend your
that's
money with
right.
black owned business.
Especially now. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
we're
black
gonna
owned
go through
business. That's it.
with this president. We got to come together. We might have been feuding
that's
in the
the whole.
past,
That's
but we
been
need
my
to go
whole
for
point
that.
of my whole conversation. All this panel.
I know, Margaret. I know.
We all have to now. I don't care. Like I said, even when I told y'all about Antifa and my Mason brothers, we now all of us have to. We have to somehow come together.
Right. That's right. It's time
so
out for the
I want to
BS.
show y'all this video real quick. I want to see what
Okay.
y'all think
Can
about
you
it.
play it?
Yeah, I was trying to wait for like
It's
a
time
pause.
for the bullshit troll wars to be put to the side, baby. This is serious shit happening.
That's right. Okay, go
Americans
ahead.
built this nation. You built this nation. You know, you're just starting to get real credit for that. Okay. I don't know if you know that. You're just starting to get, you built the nation. We all built it, but you were such a massive part of it. Bigger than you were given credit for. Does that make sense? Right? But through generations of blood, sweat, and tears, and you deserve a government that defends your interests, protects your families, and cares for our own citizens first. My administration is fighting with everyone and all our heart to reverse the pain inflicted by Democrat leaders and to deliver hope and opportunity and
Pause that,
prosperity
Michelle,
for all
So she
Americans,
got a
but for
pause it on her
African.
end.
And
because
then pause it.
how are you
I was just showing
deflect?
y'all
How are
like
you
this
deflecting?
is how he got everybody like to buy in by
Yeah,
making this speech. So I wanted to
yeah.
see what you
And
guys
that's exact. I was getting ready to go there. I was getting ready to say those are all deceitful ass lies.
Mhm.
Those are deceitful lies. Because how are you reducing pain and you're inflicting more pain?
But I mean, maybe he gotta like take everything down to build it back up. I don't know what he's doing.
That's what I'm saying. He taking everything down so he can build it up and become the great God that rebuilt America that he destroyed.
So here's the rest of what he's gonna say.
American communities all throughout our land. And our agenda is lifting up citizens of every background, race, religion, color, and creed. But
Uh,
while we
but
are
doing
fighting
mass
every day
deportations.
to build up our nation, the far left only wants to wreck, ruin, and destroy our nation.
Ooh.
Right. So that was what we have to say there. So I want to see what y'all thought about that.
African Americans built this nation.
African Americans built this nation, but we are a second class citizen.
And you trying to take away Black History Month, Juneteenth, and Martin Luther King birthday.
Is he taking it away, or is other people like
It's
doing it based
all him.
on?
It's all him. It's all him. He's signing shit in, trying to get it approved. He's the president. Now
He's
whether they
don't give me I give where you're going. How do you pronounce your name?
Alchemizing energy or DJ Genesis, either one.
Okay, do you got like a short for that? Can we just call you Alchemize?
Just call me Genesis.
Okay. He is a he is airing out what we want to hear. He's telling us what we want to hear.
well, he was. He ain't doing it no more.
No, because now
Because he in
he's implementing what he's been placed to do. So yeah, I get that they're not just his own personal agenda because again, you got to think about it. He never really had a solid agenda because he went from a Democrat to a Republican when he couldn't get into office as a Democrat. So now he has to change his views and go along with the popular vote, go along with the popular people and push their agendas.
So, what you trying to say, Mark?
I'm trying to say that the nigga is the deceitful ass devil, and a
She
lot
trying
of
to say
us will
fuck
be
Donald
deceived by
Trump.
him.
Oh,
So what do you think
people.
about the FBA movement?
As far as what? Because it's three.
There's the ADOS movement. There's the FBA movement. What's the third one? Pan African movement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the FBA movement in particular because in their mind, they're like the DEI is really about like the LGBT. It's not really about us. So that's what I've heard on Twitter when I like watch the lives from Twitch.
I think that the FDA is not a strong enough organization to push against him. And I also think that the FDA is like a pivotal part of the country. So therefore, If you're trying to weaken a country so that you can become the Goliath of the country, destroy the FDA. Why not?
FBA
Just
is not a movement. It's supposedly about lineage. It's not about like
yeah,
it's not an organization. It's like if you are a foundational black. I'm just going off what he says. A foundational black American, then you're FBA. There's no like organization involved.
no, the FDA do have an organization.
Well, when you hear Tariq and Sheedy, they'll be like, "No, there's no organization." It's just,
Yeah, I guess coming from him, it would be screwed like that. But the FDA is an organization. I will have to. I'm not gonna lie. I will have to Google and find out what the organization is. But it's an organization. It's a federal organization at that. Somebody Google it for me. My laptop is not in my bedroom.
Dang. Hey, Margaret, I got a question for you. Do you think that if he had been nominated for president as a Democrat, do you think he would still be doing the same thing he's trying to
No,
doing now?
no. He'll be up under more. He'll be up under more
Margaret,
liberal.
what did you say to Google?
The FDA
And I
organization
did. And
agency.
I did. And it pulled up just what I thought it was. Because while y'all talking, I'm deering head. Like I thought quite sure that shit was Food and Drug Administration. So what we talking
Right,
about?
right, right. That's what the FDA. That's what I've
Oh,
always
okay.
been
Yeah, it's a
taught
big
no,
from the
not
organization.
FDA.
not FDA, FB, like
BA.
Oh,
Oh,
FBA.
Foundational Black
Yeah, like,
Americans.
wait, what?
Okay.
No,
I
KB,
thought she said FDA also.
do you see what KB said? He said FBA is a splinter group headed by Tariq Nasheed after he tried to assert power from Yvette Carnell's ADOS movement. Okay.
All right, mama, so cool. Oh my god, now I'm about to get ready.
Hey, Beats, have a good one.
You too. Hey, hey, I love that talk, y'all.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
Even so, I thought she said FDA.
Speaking on the online presence only, he says. Um, he also says, "Who got a rat? Who got a rat on their thing?"
that's boss lady, ain't it?
Oh, okay.
Why you, why you
Left
y'all
away
should have
from.
seen the name under what I got on. You know I haven't been on screen yard on my phone in a long time. I was laughing at the name too.
Oh Lord. He said he would have never won a Democratic nomination. No, I know. I'm just saying, if he had a, we still have the same agenda as he
He
had.
know he wouldn't have never. He know that he wouldn't have never won a Democratic vote to be president. That's why come his ass switched parties.
Switched it up. Mhm.
I'm hearing something in the background. What was that?
That's boss lady at the casino.
That's right. I forgot. I forgot.
I thought I put it back on mute. Damn.
Okay, now him and his whole. I'm gonna push this. It. I don't know. I do not know. The only thing that I know is that the man is a deceitful ass liar.
Hmm.
And some of us have been deceived by his lies. And that's just it.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people.
Hmm. And I was
You breaking up, Tasha? What you
I
say?
But
just said, yeah, a lot of people been deceived, and I'm not one of them.
Me neither.
Genesis has also showed me that I need to go do some research because I didn't know what the FBA was. I never heard of it.
Mm.
Y'all was talking and talking about black people, this and that. I'm like, what that got to do with food and drugs? I was
Yeah,
lost in the moment,
that
like,
goes to show that some of us need to do some research and find out what the FBA is. 'Cause
Yeah,
a lot of us
foundational.
didn't know.
It's a foundational Black Americans. It's supposed to be about lineage. Like they're trying to say that some of us actually we were not brought over on slave ships. We were already here in America.
Hmm.
So therefore, we have even the ones that even were, we could trace our lineage back far enough to like be able to be counted by the census. So therefore, we are foundational to America and we built America. So therefore, we are a separate class than people that they call these tethers, which are like people that come from like Africa, Haiti, Caribbean, all the like the Caribbean countries and South America. And he said that they believe that people tether off of our like accomplishments, and so they came up with this new thing, not a nigger, but a tether. So now it's a tether now. So we're calling other black people tethers because we're FBAs. That's the new thing now.
Hmm. I don't know.
So if you're like
I've never been.
Haitian, you're a tether.
I've
If you're
never been that
Nigerian, you're a
type.
tether, and if you're anything, you're a tether.
I've
If you're not
never been.
American from American lineage, you're a tether.
I've never been that type. Like, and don't get me wrong, because I'm not one to believe in the whole African American type of background either, because I'm not African. I was born here on these soils. My parents born here on these soils. My grandparents born here on these soils.
So you'd be considered an FBA, a foundational Black American. So it's not an organization. It's about a so-called lineage of people that came that can trace themselves back far enough from America.
I
Eight
don't
gener-
even like to be.
Anywhere up to like 5 to like 6 generations, eight
I
generations.
don't even like to be labeled as Black American. I am American. I never looked at folks as a color or not even so much as a culture. I don't see that. I don't care about what color you are. I don't care about what culture you come from. I care about what you want to do to make America progressive and great for everyone as a united nation. I don't want to be, I don't want a whole separatism with, oh, it's Black America this and Black America that. I never wanted that. Now we need that as of today, but I never been one to push, oh, separatism, because that's what it's coming off to me as.
Well, that when they're able to like to be able to prove lineage, and then they feel like they could ask for reparations and be able to ask the country back for like the work that were done by our ancestors and the 40 acres and mule that we were promised. And blah, blah.
But the thing is that we shouldn't have to ask for anything that already belongs to us.
I mean, I
We
get it,
shouldn't have
but
to ask for
that's
that.
pretty. I'm just letting you know about what the whole thing is about. So.
That's why you go take it.
Yeah, exactly, boss lady. You take that, you
They
take
took
it.
it. They took it. You took it. It got blood for blood. Shit.
If we ask properly and we can't be given it, guess what? We don't got no choice but to take it.
They never gonna pay us no reparation.
Nope, they said they wasn't.
They
I
up
just,
there. Other
They
states
said
are
it was too
saying that
many. Somebody with
they'll
too
do that.
many of us.
Other states talking about they'll get them some housing or a tax off or something else off their mortgage or something. They were
Yeah,
it's
saying. I'm
too
like, man,
many
that's
of them.
California
insane.
did
It's
it.
too many of us to receive reparations, but yet we are the minority.
Yep, they said it was too many of us.
You get
So,
what I'm saying?
It ain't
well,
our
what
fault.
does
It
But
ain't
they
our
minority have to
go
fault.
do with
and
it,
they
though?
can
Hold
give
on.
Holocaust victims they reparations. They gave
Uh
them their
huh.
And they gave the
reparations.
Japanese reparations. They gave Japanese reparations. They gave like the
They don't deserve no damn reparation. Everybody who they try to get us reparation, but they would never give it to us because they gave it to the doggone masses coming over here and the other people coming over here.
I
That's our
mean, I
reparation.
believe that the immigrants got
You
our
know,
reparations. When
being
they
a
came over
part
here, they
of
They
a
got
took
our
That's
all
what
our
lady
reparations.
just
reparations.
said.
Credit card.
The other races took it from coming over here.
I don't know, KB. I can't agree with you on that. For the simple fact that the United States that I've grown up in, and I've only been here 46 years, but the United States that I have grown up in, segregation has never been installed into me. I have seen different. So I can't say other, what is this? This country has never been. united as a whole. The only place you find integration is in black K neighborhoods. Every other ethnic group self segregates. For me,
That is 100% true.
I can't say that. I can't agree with that. For the simple fact that, again, I have been here only 46 years and I have never been placed or seen a situation of segregation, except in the
Where do you live at? You know what I'm gonna
I
say?
live in the was considered the most racist state in America. I live in the state of Missouri.
Okay, so when you go down south, or even like certain areas, right? Even New York, okay, they have Chinatown, they have Pollock Town, they have Jewish Town, they have a Puerto Rican area, they have, and even when you go into Texas, they have the Korean area, they have other areas, and those people like will dominate those areas. It will be their area that you go into when you want to get those goods, and that even happens in Texas. So when you're saying that you have not seen that, I don't know, maybe in Missouri it doesn't exist, but I know if you go around America,
Wait a
you'll
minute, I didn't
find.
say I have traveled, honey. I like I said, I'm in a military family. I have traveled,
I'm
but again,
ex-military. I'm ex-Air Force, but I've been around
therefore,
the United States, so I know.
I have not been. I never experienced any of that. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist because I damn for sure know it does exist. But what I'm saying is that I myself has never, rendered any in separation or any type of full on face frontal prejudice or racism.
No,
I've never seen it. Never
segregation is
felt
not
it.
only racial.
It's culture,
Racism.
ethnic background,
No,
all of
it's
it.
like no. If you actually listen, if you have a Chinatown and then you walk into that, you go into that town and there's only Chinese businesses doing Chinese business, and you can go into New York, you can go into different cities and find Chinatowns. You can go
And
into
Chicago,
different
I have.
cities and
Chicago as
find
well.
Korean
Chicago
towns.
Chicago, yeah.
You
alone.
can
And
go
I
into
think I
different
told
cities.
Boss Lady Chinatown is my favorite spot when I visit
Yeah,
Chicago.
so that's
Yeah,
segregation.
in
Those people are.
Chicago
You
too.
can't go into
They got
Chinatown and open no business.
Mexicans got their own shit too, and the Mexicans taking over in the Inglewood, so it ain't gonna be no Inglewood no
You
more.
can't go into
Ain't gonna
that
be no
area
hood.
once they
I
buy up
don't.
the properties. You can't go up in them areas and try to like do business. That's the Mexican area. You know what I'm saying? So
I
I'm
can,
so
and
it
then
might not be
again,
segregation as it was in the '60s,
I
but
can
there
agree.
definitely is a segregation, a separation that is
My
going on with
daughters,
the immigrants that are coming into America and dominating certain areas and saying this is our area and we're gonna only like vibe within each other. That's what Dr. Clark Anderson was saying to begin with.
my daughters' closest and best friends are Korean nationals. Let's say that, and I don't know. Like I said, it's different experiences for everybody.
Do they don't they go to a Korean shop to get their food? They go
They
to
go
a Asian place to get their food. And I can
no,
guarantee you, if you actually go to where they get their food, there's probably like several Asian spots around that same area where all the Asian spots are
not
that that
these
food
ones.
exists.
Not these ones.
In the
But
hood.
and I don't, they all college educated, work for Washington U, they do their things. But yeah, at the same now, I have had experiences where we have went to the grocery store and they have shopped in certain aisles or this, that, and the third, and we all eat at Korean restaurants, but yet they are. I don't. Maybe it's because of their generation.
It
They're
might
like
be the area. You said you're in Missouri. It might not be as developed. The Midwest is not quite caught up with development how everywhere where else is developed. But when you go into other not states like a Texas, like people, you'll find the Korean, you'll find the pho where all the other Korean stores are at. Sometimes you'll find like this pho, get some pho somewhere else, and get some bubble tea and everything like that in different like strip malls. But for the most part, there's gonna be like some area in town where it's bubble tea, it's pho, it's all that stuff, all in one place. It's the Asian market, it's all that stuff, and they all like support each other, and that's where they go. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I know down here at
But
least.
that's everywhere because we have a Korean town here. It's
Well, yeah, that's what you were
plentiful.
Okay,
saying
so
though, how
that's
it's
what segregate.
segregated.
That's
Yeah,
segregation right there. That's
because it's
they
But
definitely like
they
that in
have they
California,
have eked out a
everywhere.
certain
I
area of
I don't
land.
know because again, I don't know. I don't see it as segregation. I see it as they went, they came, and they bought up the property that Americans didn't want, and they made it progressive for them. And okay, great, keep
How you
that.
know America
Keep
didn't
going.
want that land?
Yeah, it's definitely not that they didn't
Because
want it.
if the
That's
land
that's what
sitting
the
this,
whole
Honey, they are in good spots over here in
hey,
Texas. I
that's
don't know
what
the
the
where.
land
whole
sits
Los
there,
Angeles riots was about. While we burned down all them Asian shops because they came into our neighborhood and built up they shit. What no black store
but
owners,
what
they were
was
all
we
Asian.
building?
Facts,
Did we
facts.
build it? Did
And
we
so when
build
we
it?
got
Did we
mad,
take
they
our
burnt that
resources and
shit
our
down.
dollars and put it into
All
something?
right, don't fool around and go into Dearborn, Michigan. That's all Arab, honey. You ain't gonna get. Listen, you better try to open up a restaurant, a black restaurant in that area. Come on now, like they don't
Because
just listen.
but we can't
What
complain about things that we do upon
I'm not
ourselves.
complaining. I'm not complaining. What I'm saying is that so the initial conversation was about segregation, and I'm trying to tell you is that
Right.
it does still exist, especially with immigrants. They do tend to come together as a community and like create their own
Never
communities within
I've
America.
never said that
That's
it
what
didn't.
Dr.
I've
Claude
never said
Anderson
it.
was talking about to begin with. We're the only ones that don't even have
I
our own.
never said that it didn't exist. It'd be unrealistic of me to say
You
that it
did
didn't
say it. You said
exist.
that you don't believe
No,
you.
I said I
But
never
you never
experienced
experienced
it.
it.
Well, you said you.
But
How come you
she
never
said that they
experienced
in
it and you went to a
Koreatown.
Korean town? You know, there's a Korean town in your area that is
Yeah.
like a segregated
And I'm
area for
saying
Korean.
that yeah, it's a Korean town. We got Asians, we got damn what do you call them? Arabs. It's not owned by it's
Indian, they
not
got their own
owned by
town too.
yeah. But yet at the
Right. So
same time
that what that is
I got a
segregation.
fucking whole African damn what do you call that? I live in St. Louis, by the way, in Missouri. But they are I got a whole African damn country that sits right smack in the middle of Missouri. I mean St. Louis. But yet at the same time,
Africans ain't
again,
got theirs
what
here.
I am
Maybe other
saying
people.
is who are we to complain when the land and the property was here and we have the resources to go get it,
I'm
but
finna
we
step
choose
down.
not to.
Okay.
They did they own it. If they sit up here and say, "Oh well, Americans are going to give us this, so I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna invest it into this, and then I'm gonna call my people and I'm gonna say, yo, come over here and let's build and let's progress." And if they don't do it, oh well. That's on. That's not their.
Well, hold on.
That's not our
That's not
problem.
the
That's
point.
our own problem.
That is not the point I was trying to make. The bottom line is that when you talk about that segregation, you haven't seen it, and there's clear evidence of that happening. Maybe it's not happening in Missouri.
But it's stuff.
There is.
What I'm saying is that if we consider that, I'm responding to KB. What I'm saying is that if we respond to the whole Jewtown, Little Italy, Havana, all of that, guess what? Those are so we self said we let that happen. We allowed it to
We
happen.
didn't make nothing happen. All we did was sit over here in our like, little neighborhoods and just didn't even give a crap. And they was buying businesses and
And
and and
that's
and,
that's exactly what
and
I'm
set up
saying.
the things for themselves. But that doesn't make we didn't make anything happen. We didn't make nothing
We
exactly.
what I'm
We
saying
didn't make a goddamn on thing happen because if we was
we
making a
let
thing,
if
there'd be
we
a
let
black
this
town, there'd
shit
be a
happen, if
African
we
American
we let
town.
this shit happen, because
We didn't let nothing happen.
the
We
same
didn't do
resources
nothing.
that they got, the same idea that they had to go in and plant their money and their resources into their people and making shit out for them. That's the same thing that we should do.
We
We
pretend like
shouldn't
they
be
don't
sitting
come
up
into
here.
the country and
We
get like
shouldn't
some
be.
grants and
We
all kind of
shouldn't be
money
giving them
to do
people a
all that.
hard time, nor even. I mean, if we segregate, we segregate it on our
What?
own. It ain't that they,
What?
hey, they ain't gonna
We
let us.
segregated? No,
Girl,
they
they
segregated.
can't
When
do
they come,
shit. Only thing that they
have you
can
ever
do
heard
is
of
go
a
in there and
Dr.
put their
Claude
money in
Anderson,
there.
ma'am? Have you
A
ever
what?
have you ever heard of Dr. Claude Anderson? He has a whole thing called Powernomics, okay? And he talks about this very thing. I don't understand how you just don't see that when people
I
come into
don't.
this
I can't
country,
see it.
they
I
find
can't
people
see
that
it for the simple
you
fact
don't
is
you don't see it
for
because
the
you're not
simple
listening.
fact
You're not
of
listening to you didn't let me finish. You can't see what? What can't you see? If you don't
I
let me finish my
can't
sentence,
see the fact that if we are segregating, what I'm saying is that if we are segregating, we are self-segregating for the simple fact that the same deals that was offered to them has been offered to us. The only difference is that
bull
they took the action
BS.
to go and do
No,
it.
it has not.
If I
No,
would
it
have
has
went in
not.
and bought, if I would have went in and bought the same mistake, if I would have went in and put the same bid in for the same gas station that Muhammad or Kenya got, guess what? I was
With
gonna get
what
there.
money?
Whatever. This is what I'm talking about.
Welfare,
I'm talking about
food
not
stamp.
investing our own resources. Some of us don't do that. We sit back and we wait on a damn handout. And that's the truth.
Ain't nobody waiting
It's
on no
reality.
handout. Are you serious, man?
Yeah, I'm so
Listen, you
serious.
know what? I listen. I'm gonna say this: is that you know what? I would rather, just out of all due respect, I just see things from a whole different perspective.
Exactly. And I
And
see things from
you
a
know what?
different
You know what?
perspective.
You win this conversation. I'm not gonna go back and forth about the things I know versus what I would were just like some speculation about the fact that we all have the same opportunities that these
Yes,
people
I
coming
know
in
what redlining is.
these people coming
Peggy.
into coming into this whole America have not gotten all kind of tax breaks and then being able to pass like companies down and get certain like tax breaks and all type of like not being able to have to pay taxes and all type of stuff. We're not going to pretend like that does not exist. So you might say that we have
No,
the same opportunities that all these immigrants have. BS. Okay. So I don't want to get like upset. So I'm just going to go ahead and man, much love. Thank you for like having me on your channel. This was
No
cool.
problem. No problem. Enjoyed having you, and you can come back anytime.
For sure. Much love.
Mhm. All right.
and as
Well,
far as like the free homes and the free grants, we haven't been offered those.
We have,
We
I
get
get what she's saying
we
because I grew
offer
up in
it,
that shit.
we get offered it, and then we take advantage of it, and we don't even take the great advances of it.
mhm.
I mean, the reality of the situation is, like I said, we sit up here, we like, mm,
Yeah, we was talking about that a few
I
nights
got
ago,
a
if I'm
whole,
not mistaken, about the Section 8 and how people abuse stuff like that. The people that don't need it, but they using it and making it
But
hard
yeah, the
for.
neighborhood I grew up in, black people was trying to buy shit and they was making it so overpriced we couldn't afford it. And Asians came in the area and bought up all that shit because, like the other person was saying, they be having more money and all that. It's not even necessarily about welfare and this and that is that. It's who got the money to buy that shit and who don't. And a lot of black people
it's
in
it's
America
not
don't.
just about who has the money
I
to
mean,
buy it and who
I
don't.
mean,
It's about the fact that those of us that has the money and has the resources don't invest in our own businesses. We don't. Some of us would rather sit back and, like I said, accept handouts. Where so that you had Arabs come over here and they like the first thing that they want to do is get on their dollar. So what they do, they go buy property. They invest in property while we sitting up here waiting on a handout for somebody to give us. No, they go and they invest their damn money. They invest their money in them strip malls. They get their own laundromats, they own liquor stores, they own um grocery stores, they own car washes, they own whatever. They do that. And we sitting up here as big and getting mad as, oh, they coming in taking over the city. Nigga, you could have did the same thing.
I wish I could, but I sure don't have the money to do
I'm
that.
saying, and I'm not talking about those that couldn't legally, I mean, couldn't financially afford it. What I'm saying is that those of us that had the resources don't do it. We'd rather take our dollars and go spend them with those that did do it. That's backwards to me. And we can't help that. Yeah, they call their people, come over here. You get the laundromat, I get the grocery store, you get the beauty supply, and bam, bam, bam. That's how they work.
Okay, see, y'all done jumped into my lane now. I like this. Okay, now what she was talking about and what you talking about, it's kind of similar, but it's not.
It's
You you
different.
you talking about uh getting money and then putting it back into it. She's talking about uh them coming over here getting all the grants and everything and getting free money. Okay, the only difference is this is where I jump into your side now, Margaret. The difference is black people don't take the time to go look into those free grants and free homes that they are giving out, and businesses that they are
Exactly.
willing to back. They're willing to back us, okay?
When
But
the hell,
we don't.
my
We
thing is so evil is that, again, accountability,
right,
period.
exactly. But I tell you, I see y'all don't think most blacks they always want to say they took, they
Yeah,
get,
they
they
ain't
we
giving
don't
us.
you,
I
but
can't go
if
get a
you
job. I can't go get a corporate job because Sir John ain't gonna give Ray Ray this job. No, nigga, get
I,
your ass up off the
get
damn couch
get
and go apply.
get off the couch. Okay, and I'm
That's
gonna
all
t-
it's
and
time.
I'm gonna say this: get off the couch and stop saying they taking over in here. They got a whole community over here. Well, I'm gonna tell you why they got a whole community over here, because you didn't get up and
And
go
they did.
look into all those paperwork where you could have free money, where you can get a loan, where you can get a business, and you can get a gas station, you can get a thing, what is it, a convenience store. You can get all this just like they can. And the tax credit where they don't have to pay taxes for the next 5 years. There's loopholes where you won't have to pay taxes
Fact.
either.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. DJ Genius Detroit says only 3% of grants get granted to African Americans. Stop it.
Not
That's
three.
not true.
It may be 3%. That's because the other
3%
ninety
apply.
ninety 90% ain't getting in there doing nothing.
He said they made a whole lawsuit against the fund that was given African American women grant fund and eradicated it, and black women were getting grants.
Well, let
So
me tell
stop
you.
it.
I
Let
came
me.
out in a whole generation where we were getting grants left and right, left and
All
right,
right,
left and right.
I remember that.
Why?
Let me.
Because I was applying for those grants.
Hold
But
on, Margaret. Hold on, Margaret. We
if
we
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 don't
can.
go and apply ourselves and we use the logic that, like I said, Sir John ain't gonna give it to us, and we can't get it anyway because we sitting up here. We they just ain't gonna give it to us. That's our mindset. That's the slave fucking mentality.
Hey, DJ. The only difference between me and her is we got up off the couch.
Mhm.
We went and applied for the loans. So don't tell either one of us that you can't get loans. Black women can't get this. Black women can't get that. We both homeowners. We got up off the couch and we went and got those loans. We went and got that house. We went and got them businesses. We went and got that school funding. We went and got all that. And no, we didn't sue nobody. We
And
went
I
and
wasn't
got
waiting
it.
for reparations and refunds either.
What is the Fearless Fund? It's that
And
fearless fun. Look it up.
and another thing, before you answer that question, DJ, that's a whole full felon up there. She came out of prison, a federal prison, and got all that.
You
So
hear me?
don't say that you can't get nothing.
And
What
so
I mean, what is a felon? A whole felon from the feds went and got a
I
house.
think they were talking about something else. What do you mean by
Okay,
something else?
then you can't say that you're a veteran. I'm not a veteran. I'm a black woman. Got it from the mud up. I went and did all my research. I made them give me school grants, paid for them. I didn't have to pay nothing back. There is ways of getting money where you don't have to pay back. Just sit down and read the paperwork. Sit down, do your research. Sit down and get the same things these people are getting. It can be done. It can be done. You
Okay.
just have to want it. You don't have to want to sit on the couch and talk about it. You got to get up
Right.
off the couch and go get it.
Talking about what somebody ain't gonna give me. Nah, I'm not worried about what you can give me. I'm gonna go get what I know that I know I can get. I can go for. I can do it myself.
A lot of
Yes,
people
I
like to
did
sit
have
around.
Exactly, KB.
A
a
lot
lot
of
of
people
people sit up here and want to be like, oh,
wait
and
on
if you
a
think
handout.
about it, I'm wondering if you think about it statistically, I'm supposed to be I'm supposed to be one of them people that got three strikes against them. It's
Hmm.
supposed to be harder for me than any other black woman in the goddamn country. But yet I decided that I was going to go and apply myself. I'm accountable for me.
Can I show the link?
Share the link. I guess he wants to come up here. Come on up here.
Oh, hold on. 1 second.
But it's not hard to go and do your research to get these loans, to get these grants, and you don't have to pay money back, and you don't have to pay taxes on them. There is loopholes on a lot of stuff.
And
You just
trust
gotta
me,
say
I
you
I
just
I went so far. I found the loopholes. So Eva, I promise you, that's what I
I
did.
know.
How do you think I qualified for a 502 C3 loan grant?
Shit. And now
Being a felon.
she's back in school again. My niece has been to school 5 times. This is her fifth degree. Do you hear me? And she has never had to pay $1 back.
Exactly.
And she just keeps going to school. As long as she can find these loopholes to pay for her education, she pays for her education.
Listen, can I just say this? And this is with all due respect. You got a right to a certain extent. I would say that I'm a veteran. I have a sam.gov account. I'm signed up as a minority business. I have a minority business in like a zone, like a minority zone, and all this other stuff. And so I'm set up to be able to get like certain grants. I would say this. I'm trying to show where they listen. You might not be aware of how things are happening because you guys were able to get your situation, but there's certain things happening now. I don't know when you got your grant, but there's certain things happening now today where people are actually literally suing grant funders that are focused on women and minority businesses.
I
So
just
I
got
just
mine
shared
two
this right
months
here. So
ago.
this is the Fearless Fund. They were actually giving grants to small business owners, female business owners, a nonprofit. Oh crap! I went too hard. So American Alliance for Equal Rights filed a complaint on behalf of 3 of its unnamed members in Northern District, Georgia, against the Fearless Fund, and it says that because they were not giving all people the same right as is enjoyed by white citizens, it was intended to provide legal protections for Black people who were facing widespread discrimination in the wake of emancipation. So this whole thing, it would give grants up to like $20,000 to Black women owned businesses. and basically they end up suing them, and they had to like just eradicate the whole fund. So this is one of the funds that was focused on giving Black women the
And
uh,
say, and you know
grant
what?
money.
I'm
Now
in Georgia. I'm in Georgia, and I never even used them.
you might not have, but I'm just letting letting you. So you're I'm not sure. I'm not sure how old you are, but this is in 2024. This is what
Yeah,
people are right
and
now going. This
and
is
I
what
just get
they are
I got
dealing
my
with right
loan.
now. This is what they're dealing
Oh
with.
yeah,
These younger
see,
But they
businesses.
probably had to
We're
deal
talking
with
about
that.
what
They
happened with you
had to
and what
deal
you
with
got
this
back
before
then.
2024, though.
Probably when Barack Obama was in office.
baby.
Hold on.
I just said I got a loan last year to get 2 food trucks, and I didn't have to pay it back.
Okay, this is the say it's a grant.
I know
This
it.
is
I got a grant last year from not that company, but from another company in Georgia. And if you don't have to go through that company, there is other companies out
there are
there.
other companies, and I already know. I know about that. You know, I know about the dude that tells you about the grants or the whole book of grants, right? But this particular thing, just to understand that if they try to do any grant, now let me just give you the background on this. They give immigrants grants, right? Asian, there's certain grants specifically for people that come over here, not for everybody else, but they get certain grants to like start their businesses up. But there's no lawsuit against those. But this particular one, I'm just showing you. So I'm happy that you were able to do what you had to do and find those grants and do the paperwork and do everything you had to do. What I'm trying to tell you is that there's immigrants that come over here, get grants to open up gas stations and all type of stuff, and it is really focused mainly on the immigrant population. However, what I'm trying to say is that the same laws don't apply, right? When someone creates a grant and focuses on Black women, that shit gets eradicated. It gets put. They file a lawsuit against them. That's so great that you were able to compete against everybody else and win that grant. But in this case, this was specifically for Black women, and people were making those like little 20,000 and opening up businesses, and that was helping people out. And the first thing that they did when they was helping too many people out was they like created a they sued them and made it like a negative thing. So I think that everybody just so they just want to be just so like, oh, we not going through nothing. It's everything is fine. I ain't experienced no racism. You know, we're in a new time right now, and everything does not exist anymore. But I'm showing you right here where they specifically went after
It'd
this
be
grant.
ignorant to think that these
Yeah.
things does not exist.
Oh no,
What I'm
you said
saying
it
is
doesn't
that
exist anymore.
that's
Segregation don't
not what
exist
I
no
said.
more.
That's
All
not
that
what
stuff.
I
Well,
said. You're putting words in my mouth again. That's not what I said. What I said is that I haven't experienced it. That's what I said verbatim.
I'll say this also. You see how you just pulled up one loan and said they're suing this company. Okay, well, there's a page with 60, 70 grants on it. Don't just apply for one, apply for all 60.
Right.
That's what I did.
Put in the work.
Put it in. And I'm gonna tell you, and you talking about people with these gas stations. If I really wanted a gas station, baby, I would go get a gas station.
I know that's right. And I'm going to turn
Ain't
hell
nothing
and
gonna
high
stop
water to get it
ain't
if that's
nothing
what
gonna
I
stop
need
me
to do.
from getting a gas station. That's just not what I wanted. Now, if I want a gas station, I'll go get a gas station because I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna find every grant that Mr. Arab got, and I'm gonna
You
find one to match
hear me?
his and get me my gas station. I'm not gonna sit there and complain. That's what I tell my kids. Stop complaining.
Yeah,
It,
don't that
the more
couch
you
syndrome
complain,
shit.
the
Don't
more
nobody do
you
that no more.
complain
You
about
can't do it
not
no more,
having
is what I should say.
when you complain about not having nothing and they not giving you nothing, go get it. Go get it. Don't stop and sit there and whine and cry and say, look, we gotta sue them. No, we can't have this. They're not giving us no money. Get your ass up. I'm sorry to say this word. Get your ass up, nigga. and go get that shit. Because first of all, we don't sit down and cry and whine about nothing. We gonna cry and whine about when we get this money and build our business and make it up the steps to where they are. Then we can cry and say we made it, baby. That's what I tell my kids. I tell my grandkids. We don't whine about nothing. We don't sit there and say, well, we didn't get it. I'm going to tell you right now, my grandson is in the gifted and talented program. Do you know how many people banging on the door wanting him to come to their school? But he gets to pick.
And stop taking advantage of the things that you are gifted.
Shit, we ain't paid for his private school in months.
Mm.
Because why? Because he's gifted, and gifted children get funded. They get funded. Schools get paid for. People don't know that. If they put your child in a gifted class, do you know you could get money each month for that
Mm.
to go into his schooling? Do you know you can get money to go into her schooling, save up? You get money for them to go to college. See, y'all don't think about things like that, but those Arabs are thinking about things like that for their children.
Exactly. It's a different mindset.
Okay? Because you have to have that mindset, and that mindset is not sitting there whining because somebody took something from you. You go take something from them, and that's what you do. You get up and you go get in their face and make them give you that funding. You make them give you them grants. You make them give it to you because you deserve it. Not because you black, you deserve it because you are that one.
And one thing for sure, and two things for certain, you got to have faith in everything you're doing. And,
Amen.
and then you know what they say, when you have that faith, you got to put in the work. Because faith
Right.
without works is dead.
Dead.
I just had to throw that in there.
So I'm telling you, little mama, you got some good stuff because you do your research. But if you put more effort into going after the rest of that stuff, you would have so much more because you got it. I see how you do. You sitting here pulling. Well, look who's suing this girl. Pull them grants out and start putting your name on all those applications.
Stop focusing on look who's suing this and suing that. Focus on who gonna get you to the point where
Ooh,
you need to be
and
so that
and twenty
you can
thousand
start
dollars.
doing so you can start putting out the right
Who?
propaganda
Hey,
about
baby.
the programs and the grants that will do this for you and
I'm,
will get you to this and will do this and that for you. If you circulate the information, then guess what? You doing your job. You doing your deed of what you were granted. Therefore, yeah. Like I keep saying and I keep stating, I'm not denying that this shit doesn't go on. What I'm
exactly.
saying is that is ways around it. And yeah, sometimes we have to put in a little bit more effort than the next blind eye, blue eye person, but yet we can't blame them. That
Nope.
blind eye, blue eyed person ain't the one that formed this constitution, that formed these laws.
Right.
They ain't the one. We can't blame everybody. And in some step, we have to be held accountable for our own actions or lack of action.
And another thing, let me tell you. I told you my niece went to she this is her fifth degree going to college. Do you know how she started? She started putting in what is it filling out all the scholarships and every all the fundings through all these companies that when people go to going off to college they don't do. There is scholarships in every business out here, big corporations. And by the time she got to middle school, my niece had 39 scholarships
Mm, mm,
to
mm,
pay for her college. My daughter had 18. She went to Duke.
mm.
And they were Coca-Cola gave my daughter $40,000 in a scholarship. All she had to do was write an essay.
Wow.
And then Pepsi gave my niece one. You have to do your due diligence. Get up and go and dig. And when you dig, you'll never know what you'll find when you're digging, like like our ancestors did when they were trying to dig their way tunnels to get out of there. Go dig and do your due diligence, and I'm guaranteeing you, baby,
Genesis, I don't think no one on this panel ever said that these things do not exist.
they do.
She
What
says,
I
I'm
am
not
saying,
really,
what
she says, I'm
I
not
am
really coming
saying
to this.
is that there's ways around it.
Oh yeah, baby. I said you were right. There is racist everything all around us. But I'm gonna tell you, you don't sit there and wait on the racism. You don't sit there
Look
and
at
wait
my,
on them to say no. Dig and start doing and
And
getting what
don't
you
give up
want.
because somebody else says,
No,
just because somebody else says no, don't mean that the next person is
hey
just going
Cam,
to generally say no. Like,
Cam, I gotta call you.
that's the real, I mean, that's my reality. My reality is that I got 6 children up under my wing that all have high school diplomas,
Amen.
college
Amen.
graduates. My oldest daughter just got a damn MBA,
Hmm.
and we come from urban Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri.
And we come from Indiana. We come from the gutter,
mm,
okay? We come from the projects. We came out of the motherfucking projects to get to where we are. We didn't sit around and stay in them projects.
Right, because because then that's how you being held.
Yeah.
When you
They,
allow yourself to be contained in one area where you're not allowed to progress,
hmm.
that's when you are
That's
that's you're detaining yourself.
that's what
Again,
they
just
want.
like I said, some of us that have the resources wasn't sitting on the couch while Muhammad went and bought this damn liquor store. If we wanted a liquor store, guess what? I was going to get one. I
And,
was going to put in the footwork to go get it if that's what I wanted. No, and I'm not mad at Muhammad for coming over here and buying up the damn land that we just let sit and rot and put boards all and let it be abandoned and this, that, and the third. No,
and look, we got a black owned bank here in Georgia. How many black people do you think go and bank and instead of going to Wells Fargo? They
mm,
rush to Wells Fargo. Okay.
no.
mm. She
Now
says Detroit and Ohio over here.
go. You talk about Georgia. Go invest in that black owned bank. Go put some money in there. Go buy some stocks and bonds in there. Cause I dang sure just went over there and put some money in there. We got to go over there. We gotta start build that up. Just like they got the what was that that we had to invest $3.99 for the
Oh, and that damn, what's the name of it?
it's the black TikTok
Hold on. Let me find it. Fan base.
fan base. Yeah, it's black owned. It's just like TikTok, but it's black owned. Go invest in your people and
But see, the black people ain't investing in fan base. They investing in TikTok.
yeah. But hey, I tell you like this. We gotta walk the walk if we're gonna do the talk.
Exactly.
For
I'm
sure.
not. I don't know. I just never been one to be sitting around waiting on somebody to give me
Well,
anything
waiting on a handout. Waiting on a
or
handout.
expecting a handout. No,
Right.
I
And
feel like that I have to apply myself just like everybody else.
It's called being a go getter.
And sometimes me myself, I had to apply a little bit harder.
Okay?
I'm,
A
I'm
lot
gonna tell
of
you,
us,
I'm gonna tell
Margaret.
you like this.
That shit don't
I,
come
I had a
easy.
I had a lot of doors shut in my face. Shut in my face. But do you think when they shut that door in my face, I
That
didn't
you
open up
stop.
another door?
You didn't
And
stop
shit, don't tell me about it, baby, because I open up a window on your ass.
there.
Shoot. I
Hmm
look,
You
look, I'm gonna
close
tell
the
you
door,
like
I'll open
this.
up a window. Okay, Margaret?
I dug a hole and made my own basement and came through the floor.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's just don't don't say that
What can't be done.
don't say there's racism because we all know it's there.
Yeah.
Okay, if I say this, if I see racism going right here beside me, I'm not gonna stand there and look at it and say, "Oh, I can't do that." Nope. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna make that racism sit there and smack me in the face because I'm coming too.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
I ain't
Well,
never seen. That's why I come. I say I am one that I don't hold jealousy. Because if you got it, I can get it too if I want it.
okay.
Right.
Okay. Woo.
Because look, I told y'all my sister-in-law is from India.
Mm.
And when her and my brother got married, she said, I'm going to help you get on your feet. I'm going to show you how to get on your feet. And she took my brother and filled out all these applications for her and him, and they started their own business. And when they started their business, he took that business and he moved
We're propping
that
up Harriet
business
Tubman.
to
We're
getting.
propping up Sojourner
Hold
Truth.
on.
We're propping up Nat Turner. We're
I want you
propping
guys to
up our
hear what
ancestral
he's talking about. So
heroes.
real quick. So can you hear it?
That's why we do
Yeah.
movies like Hidden
I
Colors
want
and
you to
all of
give an
that. And the
idea of
people who
like
were
what he
really
talks
against
about in
Hidden
this thing,
Colors
and then
were the
I
tether
could like take it
classes.
off when you say so.
I always talk about this. Remember, don't ever forget that. Many of the people who were against Hidden Colors and talking about history were the tethers who were saying, oh, that's some Hotep shit.
Wow.
These tethers running these blogs. Remember, Shade Room, Gossip, the Media Takeout, World Star. None of these people really promoted our films. They promote all types of degeneracy, and all of these websites were run by tethers. These were some of the people who were neglecting our history and then denigrating it. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all don't even have the same respect for the lineage and the ancestry that made a way for you to come over here and live and thrive. You don't even have respect for that. The same respect that we have respect for it because that's our family. You see?
Who don't have respect?
Also, we have so much respect for people's struggle. We try to assist other people. We went to other people's countries trying to help them get it in. We went over to Ethiopia trying to help them get out. We helped out certain African nations get their independence. We were writing some of the charters for some of these African nations, going up to the UN, stomping for them. We had people like Malcolm X going around the world trying to stomp for people, and Dr. King as well. Nobody was doing that for us. You understand? Our experience is different. You don't get to come over here and try to cosplay and glom onto that as if we are interchangeable like that. No, that's disrespectful to our lineage. You understand? And us acknowledging our lineage, it was not just for some clout, because a lot of people, now that it's a thing, people are talking about our lineage. Now people want to kind of get clout and benefits, and that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Now people want to try to cosplay and try to exploit our specific lineage, especially because we're talking about reparations. That's the major thing. Because we're talking about reparations in certain groups, they're so used to coming over here, getting so many things that we fight for. They jump in line to get what we fight for, but damn if we touch anything they do, because they always talk about this separation thing, but they're the main ones hoarding off into their little enclaves, gripping on to what little pennies that they make. Well, they hold on to them shits tight. We can't touch none of that shit.
Hmm.
Yo ass sell a plate of jerk chicken, boy, you make sure that dollar don't touch no FBA at all. You sell some egusi soup, you make sure don't no FBA go near that dollar you made from that egusi soup you sold. Y'all hoard that little money and make sure it don't bounce outside of your little immigrant enclave. But you feel entitled to get your dibs in on anything that we create, even reparations. That's why they're so salty, because we're talking about reparations and they're not included. And there's an entitlement like, oh, damn, why we separated? You separated. and you're not qualified for reparations because you were not here during the time. Your bloodline wasn't here. You see, we got to get some real straightening going on here. And look, Foundation of Black Americans, we have a specific genetic and cultural mixture here on this land formed by some of the African people who came later, formed by the Black Aboriginal people. So our ethnicity and our genetics are different. You understand? So that's what it is.
I don't think I
I,
understand
I don't like
because
people just
right
trying to
now what I'm
cosplay like
hearing
that.
is
Because
like
here's the thing,
a view
it's
of
okay for
entitlement.
people to
Yeah.
delineate away from us, but when we say we need to delineate,
Stop
then it
it.
becomes a
I was
problem.
you want to hear more? I was trying to get you an idea
It
with the
becomes a major
FBA
problem.
thing.
Let me get my brother Mikal up here real quick. I see my brother Mikal's trying to get in. Let me get you in 1 second. Mikal, hop on in. I'm gonna build on this. Mikal, then I'm gonna get Christiana. Brother Mikal, hop on, sir.
Well,
Brother Mikal.
I as a person that's
So good, brother. How are you, sir?
grew up in the civil
I'm
rights,
just
was younger through all
first
this.
of all enjoying the
Yeah,
master
he ain't
class
older than
and
me, so
quite
he ain't
amused.
what I seen.
It's
Now, and
it's
I don't
interesting.
agree with
Pause it
this.
for a second.
I don't agree with his policies. I don't agree with the things that he are spewing because to me, it's coming off as entitlement.
Yeah, not
Now,
wanting to work for
that
nothing.
might not be
He
that might not be everybody else's thought, and and everybody might not agree with me. But the sense of entitlement is what's also holding us back.
I say if you want a gas station,
Go get it.
go and apply for the same things they applied for. One of them grants is gonna get you your gas station, baby.
Because I'll be damned if Sicko gonna say no. If
Appreciate
you
that.
come with the grant and the
Family,
funds and the
this
money,
whole thing,
Sicko ain't gonna turn
I'm
down your
sick of
money.
hearing
They
this
don't give a damn
narrative
what
about
color
how
you are.
we're so damn divisive simply
Michelle,
because we
how
want
does
to
she get to
acknowledge.
control this panel with
No, I
she?
was trying to show you guys like what they're saying. I'm not trying to troll anything.
I understand what they're saying about it's reparation and we
Well,
need
he's
reparation
explaining
money.
more. He's explaining more right now. But
Yeah, well, my grandfather worked on the railroad for years. I watched him with calluses on his hands build the railroad for L&N. And they would ride past and throw bottles at my grandfather with fire. And yeah, reparation, yeah, that's fine and dandy. But you know what my grandfather taught me? Ignore that. Baby, I'm doing this so you can go get what you need. And
Mhm.
I'm showing you how to be strong and never let nobody break you and have you begging and wanting to be out here not doing what you're supposed to do.
And I'm sorry because that's exactly what my grandparents and my ancestors taught me. I had to
And
work to go get it, just like they did.
I have two children right now, and both of them own homes, land, and both of them are college graduates. And I didn't have to pay a dollar because they went and got scholarships and grants and everything and didn't pay a dollar back. But hey, if people feel like they need reparation and they don't have to fill out no grants, no funding, and trying to get ahead, uh, just like the Arabs, and they ain't got to pay taxes on it, don't wait on your reparation.
Hmm. You're
Sit
gonna be
there on the
waiting forever.
couch and do that 9 to 5. Don't own your own stuff. But I'm not gonna sit here and want to talk about not. Oh, okay. But
Okay. Okay.
I'm not gonna sit here and tell my kids that they have to wait and they have to to fuss and fight until somebody give them some reparation, they'll never have nothing if they have to wait on, excuse my French, they have to wait on white people to give them a handout. They'll never have nothing.
Mhm.
And I don't want my kids to be sitting there waiting on somebody to give them something. I don't want that. I want my kids to always have. And that's what I taught them. Get up, go get what you need. Make sure that you never have to bow down to nobody for no change.
Big bars still do this, do that.
Heck no.
No, no, hell no. I wasn't taught nor raised like that. I came from a steel worker and a public school teacher,
I
but over my grandparents. And I don't and I didn't get, oh, you don't gotta work hard. We waiting on them to give us this money that they supposedly owe us, and we just gonna sit back and wait on them. And I ain't gonna get we ain't gonna get our ass up every morning, go to school, work hard, and gather the things that we need and provide for our families. Yeah, that's what I was taught, and I'm not ashamed of it. And I'm not ashamed of teaching my kids the same damn thing. Don't
Mm.
wait on nobody to give you nothing. Go
Right.
get it.
That's what I
and,
was always taught.
and I'm gonna tell you like this. My grandfather, I tell everybody on this panel plenty of times. My grandfather, I didn't know he was the man when I was little.
Mm.
I could walk into any store and he had an account, and all I had to do is say his name, and they put it right down whatever I wanted and put it on the account, and he would go pay it on payday.
Mm. Mm.
That's
Mm.
credit. That's
That's
how
right.
that look back in the day when we couldn't sit with the white people. He had credit. He
Mm.
had that clout in those white stores.
Which is what we should be installing in our children today.
That's right.
I didn't understand the things my grandfather did so that we didn't never have to beg for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I had everything as a child, and you just didn't know you had everything as a child. But when I got older and realized what I used to do, go up to the store and get you a pair of shoes. Go to Dion's and get you a coat. Sign my names. Y'all know what Dion's is.
Mm.
Dion's was a big department store in Indiana. You go in Dion's and get you a coat. I don't care how much it costs. Go get you one. It's getting cold.
Mm-hmm.
And I go down to Dion's and I walk and look through nothing but white people in Dion's, and they looking at me like I'm about to steal something. But the only thing I was gonna steal was steal that signature, writing my granddaddy's name down on that paper, getting me a $95 leather coat,
Mm.
and walking out of that motherfucker with the rest of them white women.
Hmm.
I'm 15 years old, and they're signing my granddaddy's name, and I'm putting this long leather coat in what did they zipped it up and put it in a garment bag, and I
Mm.
walked out of there on my shoulder, and
Mm.
didn't nobody say nothing, just looking at me. Yeah,
Mm.
I had that clout. So when I finally realized what that clout was, I had to make sure that my children had that same clout, because that was what was taught to me.
Mm.
Like I tell people all the time, my neighbors got Benzes and Rolls Royces and all the rest of this type of shit. And me with my little BMW, I still feel just as privileged and any type of dignity or whatever that or courage or charisma or whatever they got when they walk their asses out of their door. Guess what? I got that same shit.
Hmm. I
I have that
just put a
same
chill
shit,
through my body
that
when you said
same
that, Queen.
attitude, that same everything. Anything. I am no less or no more than the next that is not. other than the ones that are not applying themselves with the same will that I have. And if I'm being real here, I'm half motherfucking dead
Hmm. We are.
medically. Therefore, and I still apply myself like I am just the next healthiest black woman as
As you should.
the woman sitting next to me.
Okay.
Amen.
I don't sit I just don't like I don't like the inaccountability.
Mm.
I don't like the irresponsibility. Because we have a responsibility to take care and provide for our families of on our own. Oh, it's always the immigrants coming over here and getting grants, this, that, and that. So goddamn what? Okay. And it just so happens that these same immigrants went and applied themselves and used them and used the resources that were gifted to them, and they progressing throughout their whole culture generation. That's what we are supposed to do. But some of us don't. Some of us lack the responsibility of having financial freedom.
And the same way that those immigrants come over here and fill out those grants is the same way they call home and tell their family members what grants to apply for. And us as black people, we do the same things. It's just that most of the black people don't listen to what you telling them to do.
Yeah, they
Because
don't apply it.
they think you hating on them and you don't want them to get ahead, but they really don't want to listen. Happy birthday, Lisa.
Happy birthday, Lisa.
Happy birthday.
But we try to tell them the same way that they tell their people, but y'all just not listening.
No, we just a culture that's used to trying to tear down each other. This nigga got on a got on a, what you call them chains that they wearing? He got on a chain, and I want a bigger chain, but instead of going out to work for this chain, I'm just gonna go snatch his.
Yeah, that's
It's crazy
insane.
work. We too busy turn each other down.
Yep,
In other cultures, build each other up.
that's right.
Amen. But some people don't see it that way. They they think there's nothing out there for them, and we have the same opportunities as everyone else coming to this country. You just gotta dig for it. I know you don't want to dig for it. You say it should be out there in plain sight, like theirs is in plain sight. But they don't put everything. They don't make everything easy for you in life. But you know what? You can
And
make
you
your
also
life.
got to look at the fact that when they come over here, they have a disadvantage anyway. The same disadvantage that they have is our advantage. We just don't take heed to it and don't apply to it.
Right. Exactly. But you know what? That I I hear that same story. Well, they come over here and they
Girl,
get free
that's a
money and
story I'm
free
tired of
grants and
hearing.
this that. I'm tired of hearing that. Okay, I'm tired of hearing that these immigrants come over here and they get free grants. Okay, well, make yourself an immigrant. Come on over here and go dig through that pile of grants and fill out your grants.
And we was just talking about how Canada offered us grants and
Yeah.
and certain positions and jobs and all the rest of this type of shit. So yeah, you can go over to another nation that will help you, that will do. Now, if you don't apply the help that they give you, then what the fuck?
That's just you complaining and you want to sit back and wait on reparations.
I don't know. I was once told the time waits on no man.
Hmm.
You said what?
Time waits on no man.
I'm like, what? No. Say that again. Because
Mm,
that's what it is. Because if we had waited on reparations and we sat on that couch, Margaret, you would still be sitting on the couch and wherever you was in the hood, and I would still be in the project sitting on the couch, sitting there waiting like everybody else, and on Section 8 and not getting up, just thinking Section 8 is going is it's all my kids need to know
No,
is
ma'am, no Sam, no ham.
that
Not me.
that's the life that they gonna have forever. I'm gonna pass the Section 8 down to my children. No,
mm-mm.
I told
no.
I started off as a little girl, 7, 8 years old. I was going to steal flowers and going door to door and selling them. I wasn't waiting on no motherfucking body.
Okay.
Nobody. And I had grandparents that would give.
Right.
I had grandparents that did give. You know
Well,
what I'm saying? But
well,
yet at the same time, those same grandparents showed me. My granddaddy was at the steel mill at 4:30 in the goddamn morning until about 4 or 5 o'clock that evening. My grandmother went up to Vashon High School where she worked at for 27 years every morning come school time. Came home at 2, 3 o'clock. Yes, those are the type of grandparents that I had.
oh, y'all, hold on. Y'all know something. Y'all know how slow I am.
Mm.
My grandmother had her own business when I was younger. Y'all know I just realized that just now when Margaret said about her mother, her grandmother going to the school to work.
Mm.
My grandmother owned her own cleaning, her own laundromat at home because she went and they brought their laundry to my grandmother's house
Mhm.
and she washed them clothes and hung them up on lines outside, ironed them and had them folded and in baskets and handed them to these white ladies. My grandmother owned her own business when I was little.
Hey,
Uh,
ladies and
and that's
gentlemen.
where and
Go ahead.
that's where that comes from. That comes from us seeing and visualizing and applying the things that we were supposed to be taught. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I now my
Wow.
grandmother is Sioux Indian and Irish. My grandfather came from the dirt ends of Mississippi.
Mm.
But I know somewhere along the line they had slave ancestors.
Yeah, I know my
So
grandparents.
who installed in them the the physical aspects of applying the things that, that they did, applying the fact that my grandfather worked at the steel mill, my grandmother was a teacher. Who implicated that into them to where that they knew that they had to work hard to obtain the things that they obtained.
Wow. Y'all,
Those same slave owners, those same ancestors, those are the ones that applied these things into my grandparents.
Paved the way.
that's
Yeah.
wow. Uncle
My great
Charles.
right, my great grandpa on my dad's side was a sharecropper.
Hey,
Yep, life.
y'all coming on through.
We have this was a good conversation, y'all.
Yeah, and we definitely gonna have to pick this up tomorrow. Like I really enjoyed this conversation we had tonight. If I didn't have to get up and go to work tomorrow, I would stay on here longer.
No,
Um,
don't go to work tomorrow. Stay your
huh?
ass at home and sit on the couch. You don't
Yeah, ain't
need to
no
go
couch
make your
potato.
own
You're
money. You need to sit there on that goddamn couch and wait for reparations.
right. I
Shit.
mean, damn, the hell you preach. Yeah, but
Shit.
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
how logical did that sound?
Uh,
Don't take
crazy.
your
Look,
ass to work. Just sit there and
in,
wait on
in,
your reparations.
in my Margaret voice, that's crazy work right there. Give
Shit, hold on. In your so evil voice. Give me my money.
me my money.
Fact. Yeah. I'm going with so evil voice. I'm
I'm
sorry.
going to make my monies.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm making my monies just like I supposed to do.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
Good night, peace.
y'all woke me up
Night,
because
talk.
I was in the bushes.
Yeah, this was I really, really enjoyed this. We had guests come in. Everybody was
But
respectful.
before you go, let me say this. The FBA seems to be more Trump supporters than what they should be. I
Right.
say that.
Amen.
Mm. Mm.
Now everybody gonna be sitting up here with egg on their goddamn faces before this first term is up.
Oh, wait.
I
I
got
know
some.
they already feeling the sting.
They already feeling this thing. Yeah.
That's why they talk about reparations now.
Wait on it. Just like them stimulus checks that I was talking
Don't
about.
hold your breath.
Wait
Breath.
on
Your damn heels be kicked up.
Uh, I need my stimulus check. I
it.
need I need my reparation. Y'all, this is just taking a toll on me over here.
Mm, mm, mm.
Y'all know what
I
that
need
S
a stimulus check too. I need a new Gucci bag.
Girl, I
that
need all the stimulus they got.
My nails need. I need some nails now
that
that I'm smoking weed right now. So I need some nails, and I need a new car,
FBA.
girl.
You're gonna
So
have to do the replay, boss lady.
I ain't gonna say what I want to say. All I'm gonna say is travel light, everybody.
Uh-huh. You guys,
hold
I'll be
on,
back tomorrow.
hold on. I'm gonna make y'all laugh before y'all get what's FBA Fat Bitches Association?
Oh, good night. Yeah, yeah. Enjoyed you guys as usual. I enjoyed you guys as usual. I will be back live tomorrow. Well, it's it's 3 in the morning, so I'll be back live tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern time. We can pick back up where we left off, or we can have a whole different conversation.
Hell,
But
you know I ain't shit.
until the end, you guys have a blessed one. I love you guys. Thank you for
Oh,
stopping by.
okay, Tasha. Okay, and that's why come I said I wasn't gonna say it, but
This is
Tasha said it for me.
Savings American
This
culture. Diligence and stuff. Huh? What she say?
man just stopping others from disrespect like you are doing. We fought hard.
Cornisha TV. Welcome.
And about Carnation TV, that is your opinion, and you welcome to it, honey. It's just not
Everybody got their
ours.
own opinions. Everybody got
Hold on. You fought hard. No, my grandfather fought hard. That's who fought hard. Okay, you the younger
our
generation.
ancestors. Our ancestors fought hard.
Y'all ain't seen nothing fought hard. I
Our
I got
ancestors fought hard.
I got to watch in color, living color, while that man built railroads and they threw gasoline bottles with fire at them, trying to get them off the railroad so that the white men
I
could
want
have
to
jobs.
know. I want to know what is fighting hard? Is fighting hard sitting up waiting on reparations?
Mm.
Sitting up waiting on what you're entitled to, or
I
what you
fought hard
feel as though
to
you're
get
entitled to?
my business.
Yeah,
I
you
fought
welcome to
hard to
your
get
opinion,
that.
honey. Honey, keep that. Like I said, it's just not ours.
Uh, okay.
Go
Well,
to work.
what you say? Not at all. You are very what? You are very misinformed. She said,
I'm very
We're
misinformed.
misinformed.
What?
We're
I'm
misinformed because we're
misinformed.
not gathering y'all information that y'all were misinformed upon.
I'm
We
misinformed
don't
because
agree with y'all information, so we're misinformed. Really?
well, I'm
okay, that's
misinformed
the top it off for the
having
night, y'all. Okay.
Good night, Michelle.
All right, you
good,
guys stay
good,
blessed. Until tomorrow. I mean, till
good
tonight
night,
at 11
twin.
p.m. I got you guys. 11 p.m. Eastern time tonight. All right. Good night, so evil. Good
Good
night,
night,
everybody.
Michelle.